welcome back to whatever this is. My name is Kaysa and I'm online, and today I am not holding my mic. Less background noise. Today we're going to be talking about A Quiet Place. I've been thinking about this for a few days. It's great to know that the characters have survived the way that they did, but I want to add a little bit more of a preventative measure to see if we can already have a game plan. So if it happens, we know exactly where we're going to go and what we're going to do. If you haven't watched them, the storyline is in a devastated Earth overrun by myriads of invincible extraterrestrial predators, the Abbotts struggle to survive in the desolate death trap of New York City. In this muffled dystopia, utter silence may offer a chance to stay alive, as even the slightest noise can attract the deadly invaders. However, despite 12 months of relentless terror, the resilient Abbotts remain unbroken, mastering the art of survival. But now, more than ever, they must live by one rule: don't make a sound or suffer the consequences. When it comes to this movie, it's kind of straightforward. Don't make loud enough sounds to attract the monsters that hear really good. Operating in a way where you're making the least amount of sounds as well as masking the sounds that you make under greater sounds is probably going to be the best way that you'll ever survive in this scenario. So I have an idea on how you could actually survive this. It may take a little bit of teamwork in the end, but you can definitely survive this, and there are different ways that you can actually implement this program. I guess I'm selling you on a program. How to survive the Quiet Place 101, I guess. So you need things to create sound, and you also need things to mitigate your own sound. Besides literally living next to a waterfall at that point, you would need to have something that creates loud enough sound that also will attract the monster. So it has to be disposable. So the first thing that you really want to do is find speakers or extremely loud stereos or any sort of radio. What you want to do is scatter them in secure places where it will be far away from your actual living place. And you do want to connect a cord and connect it so you can have a remote access. That's the point, a remote access, just in case, because let's say that there's a monster a little too close to your specific compound. Well, you're going to need a way to attract it away, obviously. Step 2, you're going to want to create a very unfriendly fence. Okay, following me on this. So we know, at least in the United States, that there are military tactics such as wire fences with barbed wire and even electric fences. I'm saying you should do all three. The idea is that you would create an entire fence, dome sort of thing, that keeps out the monsters and discourages them from trying to push in. And the idea is that you make it a double or even triple layer, if you have those resources, of just fence and then shredded or sharded barbed wire. What is barbed wire? Barbed wire is barbed, so that's like, it's barbed. Get the barbs on there. So you put that on the fence as well, and then you somehow rig it up. I hope you have an electrician with you. You somehow rig it up so it is also an electric fence. This is discouraging for the beast anyway. And I do know that sometimes electric fences have a sort of hum to it, which is another reason why you still want those speakers out in the forest. But the thing is also is that it's going to electrocute them and it's going to cut them, hopefully. So it will discourage them. They will then, psychologically speaking, if psychology works for these types of monsters, I don't know, they are extraterrestrials, so they may operate differently. This is a shot in the dark. But the hope is that when they hear that hum, they will be trained to not want to dig into whatever that is that's kind of hurting and zapping. Also, it may also be beneficial to line the surrounding area, just like, a perimeter, with other unpleasant things, because it has to walk around. More barbed wire, stakes in the ground, just things to cut them up and make them really uncomfortable. While we're inside the dome, of course, soundproofing is necessary, but if you're in a dystopian wasteland, you may not have had time to have some soundproofing done. And I don't know about you, but I don't know how to soundproof on the way that some people might, besides just adding more layers to the walls. So it's not like I can sit here and have a whole party and blast adjust my music. So then what you have to do on the inside is that no matter what, we're just gonna have to go underground. That's going to be the goal. For the most part, dirt is pretty quiet. Digging, get yourself a shovel, and digging is going to have to be your best bet. It's a lot of grunt work, but you're gonna have to go underground at this. It's even in the movie where they were just down and underground in like a little concealed silo where they could make a little bit more noises, but that just happens at a different time because of a different thing and other stuff that was happening. I'm loosely remembering these movies at this point. You have to go underground. You now live underground. You need surveillance at the top, but you have to live underground. And if you ever, this is the key right here. If you ever have to do any one thing, let's say the fence is too much, let's say the speakers and radios are too much, you can only do this one thing. Well, I'll tell you what the one thing is. Go to the store, find those little kitchen timers, the old-fashioned kitchen timers. Stack up on those. Whenever you're out and you're feeling afraid, take one out, do that little bit, and throw it like a bomb. Throw it far away, and then it'll make sound somewhere else. And then you don't run, quietly go away. Or, you could also time it too. Like if you need to go a certain way and then, just distracting. So that's like truly the only way. You have to discourage the monsters, so train them with pain. And then you have to make openings for yourself, remote access to things, and just live underground like normal people. I feel like the quiet place is just generally an unpleasant place. I don't know why anybody would. Like, let's say what's the point? I don't plan on being there. So those are my thoughts. Please let me know down below. You can comment, like, subscribe, and did I mention I'm wearing a new hoodie? It's a different hoodie. All right.